Hi, hello. Yes, today this is another video. I'm just going to show you how you can make moi moi with the thermomix. So this is a revised version of making moi moi with the thermomix. I done one before, but it's been a long while now. So now I'm just going to show you the latest version of that. So I've got here 400 grams of beans, and this is brown beans. You can use any you can use the white beans, yeah, but this is only beans, one of the brown beans, and mostly found in Nigeria. But I'm going to do moi moi. Some people call it olele. So let's see. Right, so first of all, I'm going to pour some water into that, and we're going to leave this to soak for just 5 minutes. So I'm going to put that on, and we'll just come back after 5 minutes for us to peel this in the thermomix. So while we're waiting for our 5 minutes, let's see what we've got here. We got onion, 1 onion. We got ginger, just about 3 centimeters, and 2 garlic cloves. I've got here tomato puree, just about 50 grams of tomato puree, and half bell sweet pepper, half sweet pepper, which is called tatache. So the sweet pepper, the red one, half of it, and then we have the bell peppers, which is 2. They are very hot. So this, differs. Some people like it hot, some people like it mild. If you like it mild, you can just use half of it, and depending on what your choice, or you can even do without pepper at all for those who are pepper free. I've got some seasoning here, and this is just 1 teaspoon of curry, turmeric, and mixed herbs. I like my moi moi very tasty. So, and I've got here some salt to taste, and I use the Himalayan salt. And I've got here some sunflower oil, which is just about 100 mils. We've got here some nicely boiled egg cut. I've got here some Titus fish. You can use fish of your choice, or meat, or chicken, or turkey, anything that you want to use in your moi moi. Some people use corned beef. And I've got here some fish stock out of that fish, and I'm also going to add on some vegetable stock paste. So it's going to just be 1 tablespoon of vegetable stock paste. So this is after 5 minutes. I'm just going to drain some of the water out of it. Once I've drained the water out of it, I'm just going to pour this into our mixing bowl. So this is now going to be peeled. So I'm going to cover it, and I'm going to put this on reverse. So let's move some of this things so you can see this properly. So this is going to go on reverse plate, and I'm going to put that for 6 seconds. So you can do between 6 to 10 seconds. I'm going to do 6 first and see if it's done enough, or then otherwise I can prolong it. And this is just on speed 5. Okay, then let's see what we have here. Okay, you can see, as you can see there, that's it. So we're just going to wash this off and get it ready for our, yes. So now this is all nicely peeled. As you can see, it's all nicely, beautifully peeled. And we are just going to add all the bits in, and we're going to blend it. And this is the chaff, which we're going to just throw away. So we just get rid of the chaff now, and we're just going to put this back on, put everything in, and then we're going to blend it. And you can see it's well cleaned, nicely cleaned, and we're just going to do that. So I've got here our hot chili, and then we got here the sweet pepper. So we just put all that in, and then we got the onion. So 1 onion, which is coated. We have that. We're going to put the ginger and the garlic in. You just throw everything in, really, basically, just to do the mixture. So we leave this at the moment, and we're just going to add some water. So we add just about, with the scale there, as you know this is called scale, I'm just going to put about 200 mils of water, because we're going to be adding some few things, so we have to be careful so it doesn't get too watery. So there, so we'll be adding some water and some of the juices as we go. So there, so that is done now, and then we're just going to put it to blend. So we're going to blend it, so we're just putting it here. You can just put, using the blending function, you just put it on blend, and we're just going to increase that for it to blend for, I usually blend it for 2 minutes. I'll add the other bits and then I blend it again for another minute. So I'm just going to increase this to 2 minutes, and I'm just going to blend it. So here we are, you can see this after 2 minutes, it's nicely blended. There you can see that, yeah. And then I'm going to just add, you can see it's nicely blended, come all together. So I'm now going to add the vegetable stock paste, 1 tablespoon, and like I said, we now put in our seasoning, yeah. And then we add the tomato puree. This differs. Sometimes you can put 50, sometimes you can put 70. It depends what you want, or you can put less. Some don't even put it at all. And then I'm going to put our oil in. Always have a small oil on the side if you are going to use containers to actually boil your moimoi. But if you're going to use the leaves, which I've got here, all washed and all done, then you don't need any more oil. But if you're going to use little containers to actually cook it, then you would need a little bit of oil to line it. So we're just going to put this in, and I'm going to add a bit more water. Before the water, don't forget we got our fish stock that I had from that fish, so I'm going to pour that in. So that was almost about 200. And so we'll do this one first and then see if we need any more water. Then we add it, because you'll be adding it as you go. So I'm just going to put this on 1 minute. So just back on the blending function again for a minute, so we can get our moimoi nice and smooth. So that, we'll go a minute. Just want a minute there. So we'll go a minute there, and then we're just going to put that on. Yes, so that is done now. Let's show you what we have there. There you go. So you can see that, and there. So you can see how that is done now. And I'm just going to add some more water, and then we're going to whisk it because it's very thick. So we're just going to add some more water. So you add about 200 more, and we've got 1 teaspoon of the Himalayan salt. So I'm just going to put that to taste. You have to be careful with the salt, because you need to be tasting it to know whether you've got enough salt or not. If you don't have, you can add more, or you can add any form of stock paste or any Maggi or anything like that. So I'm just going to put some water in, and we just stir this, and we add some water. You need just about 200 water. So we'll now put the whisk in, just to mix this nicely, and I'm just going to do that for 30 seconds. Yeah. So just for 30 seconds, I'm just going to put, but this time I'm just put it on speed 4, because we've got the whisk in there, so we're just going to need speed 4. Whisk, you need to use the whisk just up to speed 4. So I'm just going to put this on speed 4, and just for 30 seconds. And that is going to make it nice and fluffy. So there, and we're going to put this on speed 4. Okay, so you can see we've got it nice and beautiful here. So just as you can see it, I'm just going to show you this. Nice and beautiful. And what you want is, you want the way you get the consistency is for you not to have it hesitate in dropping. You're just going to see when we do it this way, does it hesitate in dropping? This looks okay to me because it's not hesitating at all. Maybe so there, because you don't want your momo too watery. You want it nice, so you always have to get the consistency right. If you don't get the consistency right, then if you feel that is a little bit thick, or it's not, it's sort of hesitating, like I said, you can just add a little bit more water because you don't want it too runny. Yeah? I'm just going to pour that here for you to see. Otherwise, you can just take this out of your thermomix. You can do it straight from your thermomix, as you can see. I'm just going to put it here so that we can just see the consistency. So now that we have that, I've got my egg there. I'm going to put in and my fish, and that's what I'm going to put in. In the meantime, I'm going to, while I'm doing all this, I'm going to put some water in my thermomix. Let's get everything out. So I'm going to quickly rinse this, and I'm going to put some water in to be boiling just for 10 minutes. So we're going to have about 1,200 of water there. Okay, just a bit over. And we are going to put the, so we got it now, we got about 1,200 water on, and I'm just going to now go to the home button, and I'm going to put this for 10 minutes. I'm going to turn this for 10 minutes. Okay, and that's on Veroma. So this is just to get the water boil. I'm going to put that on before. And before that, I'm just going to put the Veroma dish on. And that. So we put that on in the meantime, while I'm going to start putting this into, you can, if you were using a container, you just, at this point, just put some little oil in the container, and then you just put them, and then you arrange everything in. But we're going to use the traditional leaves, yeah. So while we are folding it and everything, we just put that so that this can be nice and hot. So I've just put it on 2 for 10 minutes while I'm doing this, so that we can get the heat on, because you need the heat to steam the momo. So I'm just going to show you how. Now we're going to wrap the momo and put everything in. And you can always just taste it to see whether you've got enough salt and things like that. And I think this tastes okay. Don't want too much pepper. Yeah, you can put just a little bit more salt. I think you do. Put a little bit more salt, because beans tend to have, and so I'll just put a little pinch so that it brings that taste up. Get the bigger part of the leaves, and we cross it with the smaller part of the leaves. So like that, we get the bigger one. We cross it with that. So just as you can see here, and we form that like a funnel. So we form that, and then we break it here just a little bit like that. So that's the funnel there, and we're going to just put a scoop of that, and I'm going to add my egg and fish, add another scoop on top of it, and there we close it nicely. So the closing is very, very important. So when you close it, don't close it too tight, because you have to come a bit so because you have to give room to the rest of the momo for it to go that side. So you have to, so for us too. So we're gonna fold another one for you to see. So you've got a plain one, and then you have a smaller one like that to cross it, and then nicely fold that bit. So this first, yeah, and you make sure you fold it, and then there, because you don't want to leave any. Make sure you do it nicely round and come down there, break it. You can hear that break, and put that. And we're going to put our egg and our fish. Add a bit more, so not necessarily a full ladder, because you don't want it like that. It's okay if it's a bit messy. You can always adjust it. Careful with the stem of the leaves sometimes, because some of the times you have a little bit of that. And make sure by closing, you close it well, because some of the momo is going to go that way. Then you place it gently. So we're going to be doing all this in the meantime while the water is doing. Always wash your leaves properly and look at them properly, because you don't want anything. So now we've got everything set and the water is done. We're just going to start moving this on. So moving it on one by one. We'll just start putting it in nicely. You make sure you leave some holes beside it. Sit it nicely in. We add some small ones here. We add these two small little ones there, sorry, on the side. So we'll put that all in the veroma dish. And then I'm going to put some on the veroma tray. So I'll cover this and we'll rest some on the veroma tray. There you go. There you go. I think you can take one more. So we'll put all this on the veroma tray. And this really has to steam. So to steam this, you really need to make it steam on a high steam. So I'm just going to put a foil to cover it. So we're going to cover this nicely, because we really want the steam to stay on top of it. And I'm just going to cover it that way on the veroma. So as you can see, and we're just going to start this for 30 minutes. So we're going to put it on half an hour. I'm just going to put that on half an hour. There we go, half an hour on veroma, and I'm going to put the speed to speed 4. I will come back to see what our momo tastes like. Okay, so we've got this now done. So let's see what we have here. Let's just check our momo. There we go. So we can see now what we've got here. Ooh, this has got a very nice aroma. So there we have our momo there. So we're just going to put that on a plate nicely. There you go. You can see this is what we call olele, and this you can serve with a nice chicken. You can have it with rice, you can have it with pap. So let's see the consistency. That tastes nice. You can see the egg and the fish inside. So you can see, and you can see the consistency. And that tastes nice, very, very nice. So thank you for watching. Again, please remember to subscribe to my channel. This can see how much olele this is done. The thermomix, very nicely done, clean. Yeah, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel. There you can see that very nice olele. And please don't forget to comment below. Your comments are welcome. And also, if you have a choice of what you want to see on Made with Mama X, please don't forget to add that. See you next time, and thank you for watching. Bye now.